Hi guys, I'm going to try something. We'll see if it works. I'm waiting to print out some really cool new printables, digital kits, pages from Buntil. I am on her design team. She will be linked down below. But they are some really fun, colorful, spooky summer Halloween stuff. So I had a weird idea. So I'm going to see if it works. I have some Cricut vinyl and some holographic paper. So I think you guys can see where it's going, but let's see how well it goes. So let me move you up. Okay, I think you can see everything. It's permanent vinyl, so okay. So I thought I have all of this vinyl stuff, and I didn't use it how I thought I would. So rather than let it sit there, I'm trying to come up with neat ideas and applications for it. So we'll see how it goes. I used one of them, a little section of it on one of my ATC cards that I just did, and it was really cute as a background. So, oops. And I thought, why not try it this way? And I have enough of, oh, should it go this way? Or, well, I don't know that the piece is it big enough to go diagonal? No. Okay. I have more, but I thought might work. So I'm gonna go slightly over the edge so I can just cut some off. Oopsie. And of course tassel. I am not perfect, so let's see if I can get the creases out. Hopefully there's not any in the little dots. That's fun popping sound. Oh, that won't work. Okay. Okay, so I don't like all the air bubbles, so maybe I can do it better. You know what, let's just, oh, that's a neat texture with the, can you see the lines? Kind of. Maybe I'll make this the back. I'll see if I can maybe take a little pin And pop the air bubbles out. Oh, hello, Baked Beans. What are you doing? Baked Beans is trying to climb up. Would you like to see what all the popping's about? Say hi to everyone. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Here, see? It's these pop. Oh, can you use your claws to pop it? He has another roll of paper towel has fallen victim to the great baked beans. Say, I just love paper towel and toilet paper and papers, right? Where are you going now? No, you can't have beaded trim. Oh, careful. Well, now. I think this piece is officially baked beans. What's up with the tail? Say hi. Okay, come along, you. Oh, okay. Limp. Here we go. Come on. I think I'm going to try it again. Oh, this one is a different. This one's like, is this the same? I guess it is. Just looks different because of the shimmery bits. There we go. And if you have a brayer or is that straight? Yeah, mostly. A brayer will help as well, or even just if you have a nice sturdy ruler. Oh, come on. Okay, so I will just cut off the excess, and I can't show you the really cool papers, but you can click on the link and or click on her social media profiles and go to her Etsy store and see them. They are really cool. They are like summer ghosties, but I didn't, the reason I can't show you is because I wanted to put them on some really, well, first I wanted to put them on this pink cloud paper, but it makes the ghosties pink clouds, and I really like them white, and there's certain pages that just, they wouldn't look good in my opinion if they weren't on white. So I ordered some glossy double-sided photo paper that I thought I would give a shot and see how that works, but it won't get here until tomorrow. But that's okay, so that will give me some time to work on the cover here. Yeah, well, there it is. Okay, so let's see, I need something on the inside. Maybe the silver piece. What do you guys think about that? That's kind of cool, huh? No, we'll try that. Maybe I can do better with this one. Let's roll it up the opposite direction first. So how is everyone doing? We are still here. And just trying to go about our stuff. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, let's see now. Oh, do we want a closure on it? Let's see, we should probably, maybe put that in between there, or maybe let's add it on after. We'll make it an element, shall we? Ooh, that's kind of cool. See, that's why I leave some stuff on I really want to, oops, clean things up, but I still like to leave, that's cool. Wait, here we go. I still like to leave things on my desk. Because you never know when something will really, really go. And you wouldn't have thought of it if it was put away. Which I really want things to be neat and not have piles, but that's for storage, not for working. Right? Right. One of those things. We'll figure it out. Here we go again. Try to keep this one a little better. Simply because there is no pattern on it for your eyes to skip over. In case there is a blemish showing. Behave yourself now. Does anyone else talk to their paper? I do all the time. I try to make it understand. Sometimes it works. See, this one's going on a lot better. I think because it's not either it's from the coating on the other side, or it's from the holographic dots that are on there. I'm not sure which. Or it was my application. I'm pretty sure it was just my application. Oops. I'm getting all my doodads stuck here. It would probably have helped had I cut this little extra piece off to begin with, but yeah, you know. It is what it is. You don't belong in there. We'll use this somewhere inside, along with the little strip of the holographic dots. And that will kind of, it will carry over the coloring and design of the cover to the interior, so that your mind will actually make a correlation between the inside of the book and the cover, so it knows that it belongs, it matches. If that makes any sense on how I'm explaining that. I don't think I'm explaining that the way my brain says I should, but you can tell me if you get it or not. So, I'm excited to get this new paper tomorrow. I've not used it before. It's, I believe, coated two sides, and I want to say it's glossy, and it's 4 inkjets, and I think the brand name was You Ink It, which I thought was cute. The reviews on it were really good. I was gonna get the Koala brand, but some people had said that when they printed black on it, it wouldn't dry and it would just flake off, no matter how long they let it sit for. And then someone else had said that they changed their coatings or thickness or some such on there, which I'm not overly concerned about the thickness, but if the coating is different, then I don't think the previous reviews matched the current product, if you know what I'm saying there. Trying to get this little tiny end, so I sat there and went through all kinds of reviews, and very much I want to go to the store and feel the paper, but I already know that my local stores in the area don't have nice paper, and for me to go to the Marco's Paper and Craft store is right now a considerable distance and would use up a lot of my gas that I can't afford right now. So unfortunately, there's that. And they do have an online website, and I could, talk to them and figure out which one, but I just did it this way for whatever reason. Sorry, these bubbles are really bothering me. If I go too hard though, I think I scratched the paper underneath because I'm rubbing it too hard with the adhesive. But anywho, here we go. I do like the rainbow effect on the silver. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I close up, if you can see for the holographic-ness and all my silly bubbles. Now let's do some scoring. I think what I'll just do is fold it in the middle and just do it that way. I'm doing all kinds of shortcuts today. Interesting, huh? So I will do this. That does not look pretty. Let's not look at that and go get our scoreboard. Let's make a nice little channel here in my bend. should have done that in the first place, but oh well, you know, I knew I'm gonna cover it up anyway, with spine stuff. So, alrighty everyone, it is the next day, and I got my printer paper. I forgot to bring the package down, so I could show you what kind I got, so I will just take a picture and insert it here. But I did get to print out a couple of the new kits, and they are really cool. They're so cute. I do have a couple misprints that I did because my printer heads needed cleaned, so I got some of those, well, you know, those silly lines in there, but I kept them so that I could cut out some of the elements in here. And aren't they cute? So let me show you the full 2 kits that I printed out, and she has a couple others that you can see on her Etsy that are new. This one is Ghost Summer Madness. I really like the colors, and this is the new printer paper. It's coated 2 sides, and it's a photo paper, and it's like it's like a semi-gloss. So I really like the thickness of it. It's thick but still pliable, and I used an eco tank on it, so it's an inkjet, and it came out pretty much, it came out perfectly dry already, and nothing has flaked off, nothing has scratched off, so it's a really good paper. I like it. I believe I did get it off of Amazon, so I don't know where else you can get it, so you'll have to research that part on your own. But here's some of the ephemera pages. There's that one, and that one. There's a couple pockets and some tags. Some little, I like the cute little library cards and the little stamps. Those are fun. And these ones I did print out full size, and some of them I did double-sided to see how the paper would do. And this is where it started with my printer head, so I'm just gonna like cover up this page with something else. But I really like the pages, and there's some really pretty elements. There's places to put pockets, places for journaling cards, obviously places for writing. So I'll just flip through these really quick. I like the cute little elements, so if you want to put it in half like I'm going to do, you can, but if you wanted to, you could leave it straight, or you know, one solid sheet. And I like that this is this way, because if it's the middle of the signature, it spans both pages to tie everything together. Ghouls just want to have sun. That's cute. And I like the colors in this one. They're really they're bright, but they're not like kabam in your face. Isn't it cute? Just lounging under that palm tree. But they're not pale like pastel. You could change your printer settings, I'm sure, and make them more pastel. But I like the brightness of them as they are. Check out that rainbow skull rainbow. Isn't that cool? Pumpkin spice and poolside ice. Because even ghosties like to have fun in the sun. And there's some pretty daisies in the background. I like the pretty hibiscus flowers. Those are cool. And the sayings are fun too. Like this would be cute to have a summer picture to put in there, and then you can write about your day. And then a few of these I left the backsides blank so that I could add some more elements to them. So there is Ghost Summer Madness, I believe it's called. And that's what I'll be putting. Oh, although this one might look better with the cover. Okay, now I have to decide. I did this cover for the ghost ones, but looking on this one, it might work with that one better. I am not sure now. Anyway, I might do something different with the ghost now. I'm not sure. This one is the Summerween. 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 Like Halloween, but for summertime. And these ones I did half sheets. So instead of doing the full landscape, I did half in profile. So, but look at the colors in this and the shells. And I like this one. This is so much fun. And look at the little ghosts in the lemonade. Oh, I like the pink flamingo floaty. And there they are with their Hawaiian shorts and shirt. Their board shorts. These are just really fun. And then here's the elements. This one I did a little smaller scale because I wanted to make sure that these would fit on the half sheets. This one I believe would have been the tallest, and it probably would have fit, but I made it a little bit smaller. These ones I left regular size so you can see. And these are you can cut them off in the middle, or what they can be designed as also is they're double-sided tags, so you can just fold it in half and you've got both sides of your tag, so that's really helpful. There's these guys, Spooky Summer in the medallion. And here's some more pages. So yeah, those are the two kits that I chose to print off. So now I just have to figure out what do I want to be in this cover. Well, I guess because I made these half size, but it can also, because I was gonna have it go like this, but it could also go this way. Like that. Oh boy. See, yeah, this is where I lose my trains of thought because I gave myself options. See, I kind of think this is too in your face now for the relaxing ghosties. So I'm going to save this cover and I'm going to use it in these. But first I want to do the ghosties. I really do. So we'll just come up with a new cover idea. Yes? Yes. Okay. Okay, so I dug through my fabric bins because I initially thought about using some white fur or faux fur or fuzzy material, but then I didn't have any of that, but I found this. It's like a silvery white, what's it called? I just had the name in my head. Tell me what this is, guys. I know what it's called, because I was like, ooh, shiny, whatever this is. But look how cool that is. It's like super shimmery, and it's, like I said, it's this silver white. So I'm going to use this to wrap the cover in. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do the pages first this time. Usually I make the cover, and if it ends up like blah, it's the book actually is supposed to close like this, but it ends up closing like this and whatever. So because I like to overstuff things, it doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, just don't make it how I do. But I want to try to keep it flat this time around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the pages first, and then I'm going to sew the signature together, and then I'm going to create the cover so that it can fit inside. And so yeah, I'm going to, usually I tear the edges, but I really like the colors that she's done for the borders of the pages, and I don't want to lose any of the designs if there are any in there. Like there's some polka dots and plants and fun groovy things. So I would like to keep those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paper trim. I'm going to trim the edges straight as I knock everything out of my space here, getting my paper trimmer. And since I have actual white paper or background, I don't think I'm going to ink the edges either. I might change my mind when they're all cut down to size and maybe folded, but for right now I'm not inking them. I know what's going on with me. Anyway, let's start trimming. And we'll see how straight my printer printed these. Well, that's pretty good. If you can get one of these guillotine cutters, I love this one from Crafter's Companion, but I really should have gotten the bigger size. So if you can get the bigger one, I very much recommend getting a bigger one. I have a larger Caterpillar Pro that I also really dearly love, but it's not going to fit on this desk right now because it's like 14 by 14 or something like that. But it does have the backlight to it, which is really nice. And see, I think I trimmed that wrong. So I think what I shall do is, she made this wonderful center in here, so I'm actually going to score on the center line for my fold, and then we'll see how well the paper scores also. So there's no breaking, even though I technically folded it and scored it on the wrong side. There's just a little bit of interior creasing, but that's not bad. My print lines are a little off. Anyway, we shall see how the rest of them go. That's pretty good for cutting two together also. So I will get on with this and I'll see you when I'm done, because I'm sure you guys really don't care to watch an hour's worth or so of me folding and trimming paper. Even sped up, it gets a little annoying, I'm sure. But there, I did one whole page for you. Remember, this is going to get cut up, so, or not cut up, covered up. So I'm okay with that being off. But yeah, nice clean edges. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, sorry, it's been a few days. I had to, work, and my dad had his 92nd birthday, and we had some doctor's appointments, and I did some yard work because I was able to, and that made me really happy. So I have everything cut out here, and I have my books in this, or the pages in the signatures how I want them. I am not going to trim them down to make them even, and I am not going, I could make them go like this all the way through, so that they are mostly even. But I don't want to do that much stitching. So, as much as I like to do a Coptic stitch, I think just 3 of these guys would be really cute anyway. And I actually like when they are uneven, for the most part, because it makes it easier for me to turn the pages, and I think it adds a little bit of depth and character to the actual book itself. So I'm going to do that, And I found some napkins. I think these were gifted, or I bought them from someone. Can't remember who, but if you recognize them, they're there, and I have been using them. So I thought those looked really summer pool time, and I might use one of these. I might not. I'm not certain yet. Kind of, once I put it next to it, doesn't quite fit in my opinion. So I will be putting those under there. I'll definitely use that. And I found this piece of deco paper, which I think kind of reminds me of summer splashy time. And with the ghosty, I kind of like the coloring there. Let's see. Maybe. I'm not sure. That one's an iffy. I can tell you right now I'm probably not going to use it. So I will definitely be using this though, because I like those colors. So first off, I'm going to see what pages I want to put pocket things on. And I definitely want to cover up this printer mishap that I did. Although it kind of looks like it's raining there. So, but meh, you know, what have you. It's a little too noticeable for my taste. Okay, I remembered I have this really cool ledger paper. It's really big. But what you guys think of on a few of the pages having that on there? Oh, my lights aren't on. I wonder if you can see. Whoop. The colors. Sorry about that. I don't know if that helps or not. If it doesn't, let me know. But there's that. I think that goes with these pretty well. What do you guys think? Okay, let's do it. Okay, I don't know if you could tell through all that, but I didn't actually need to do one of these in the middle signature, but I did to keep it cohesive through the book. So, I mean, they don't have to be in exactly the same spot, but if there's one per signature that's like this, it makes the book flow easier on the eyes, so that it's not so, it doesn't look jumbled everywhere. And I didn't fold it right after it was on there. I tried to give it time to dry so that when you crease it, it doesn't shift or pull on there. So I'll just trim the ends up. let's bend these. And this middle one, I left left the fold up part on there to make a pocket. I think I'll put it as just kind of tear out a section and paste it on as a background for the white pages. I think that would be pretty cute. And we'll make sure that we take the back layer off. Because you really only want one layer. Otherwise, when you glue it down and the glue dries, your top layer could really just come right off. Okay, so I'm not sure if I want to cut this or tear this. I might tear it. I'm not super worried about this part being very neat. Because you're gonna glue it down and I'm gonna get wrinkles in it and make it look all swoopy anyway, so it's fine with me. I just want it to be roughly straight, so that's why I'm just using the little ruler doodad. Okay, and I'll put that way, and just kind of put it like around there-ish. And to make my glue, I'm just using regular white glue, white tacky glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna squirt some in there. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of water. Not too much, just enough to make it brushable. And so I just literally did like a little droplet. And I'm just gonna make it a little bit more runny. Oh, that's a lot of water. Whoopsie. Oh, hopefully that's okay. It's photo paper, so the first stroke was kind of dragging and getting stuck. So we'll just kind of brush it on here a little haphazardly, and then we're just gonna plop you down and then brush on top. And there, I got some really nice wrinkly bits and stuff. Make sure everything's okay on the back side, and I'll set that off to the side to dry. And I think I'll only do like one page in with this in each signature. That way this side, one side can be nice and plain still for people to do whatever they want to do on it. So I will continue and do a little bit more on that. Okay, everybody, I let the napkins dry, and there's what they look like in the signatures. So let's put some in pockets and things, and I cut out some of the really cute graphics from the pages that I had misprints on. So don't throw those out, guys. Just use the open space that's in them to do something else. You can make ATC cards, whatever. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We've got some page tabs. Oh, and there are 3 of those. So I think what I will do is I'll put these on, should they go on the first page or, I think I'll actually put these on the middle pages, the center pages, on the 3 signatures. So let's do that. I hope everyone is still doing okay. It's been a little bit since I started this project. I'll have to pick up some extra work shifts, so hopefully we'll get it done before summer's over. Okay, and I'm going to, I love this green monstera leaf on here, so I'm going to match that for the middle page tab. And I'm not really going to measure or anything. Make sure I don't have any glue overages. And if anybody is interested in this while I've got this video up, let me know. They'll be selling this one if anyone wants it. That's why I'm not really going to ink it or put too many embellishments on it in case people like it to be plain, or if you want to ink it with a specific color or do any of that stuff yourself. Just keep in mind that this is glossy photo paper, so you'll want to put either stamp it on something else and cut it out, or use like a solvent ink like StazOn or Versaclear Fine. And next is this guy. I think that goes with his cute little flowers. And purple to go at the end of the rainbow. There you go. I think that's pretty cute. And if you wanted to, you could always print off more of these and have different section tabs for if you're using it as a planner or a diary or a cookbook. Ooh, a summer cookbook. That would be so cute for this. These little stamps are so cute. I wonder if I could do a page up like a postcard. Oh, we should put a library card in the in the back. One in the front and one in the back, maybe. And then you guys can do, that would be cute. Okay, we'll save one for the inside cover. And then, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets. So let's figure out where to put the pockets. Oh, we have 3 napkin pages and there are 3 triangle pockets. So let's do 3 triangles on the napkin pages. I think that's pretty. And that one. And that one. Okay. Okay, and here we go. Oopsie. Who else is tired of rain and overheat? I would really like to have snow, live someplace cool. Now, do we want it up there? I think we'll put it towards the bottom, because that will help anchor the napkin to the white space. Because, you know, right now it's just kind of floating. So if you have things going over the edge, well, that might be cute, like a sun. We also have these to decorate too, so let's do one element at a time. I'm going to do that differently instead of one page at a time. That's a new one for me also, so let's find out how well it does. If it takes me longer too, I'm not sure. Be careful with your, if you use the non-water based glue on these guys. If you use the photo paper, it will smear and stuff, and using an eraser is not good on the photo paper because you'll take the coating off, which in turn takes your printed image off. So we'll just cover that with something cool. We've got all these neat elements. Oh. So anyway, if you use the, like I said, non-water, but even the water-based kind of can make a mess on the photo paper. So just use your adhesive sparingly. And I know someone's going to ask, what about the dry adhesive, like the tape rollers and stuff like that? Those will work, but most dry adhesive, even when it says permanent, unless it's like super uber duper strong, can be removed. It's temporary. I mean, your temporary might be between 2 and 8 years, but I want this to last forever. As we all do. Okay, so there's that. And then let's go through. We have 2 of these pockets. And they hold that. So, okay, one of these is going to go on the inside front cover, and one will go on the inside back cover. So we will set those 2 aside. And let's see what we come up with here. We've got tags to go in pockets. I don't think I'm going to glue any of those down in case the other person, whoever buys it, wants to use the tags as normal. They'll just go in a pocket. This little guy would be cute. Let's use him. Oop, can't see, sorry. Let's use this guy. Should I zoom in? There. Let's use this guy as a tuck spot. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. Should we make this kind of a... let's make this kind of almost symmetrical, like. We'll put this one back here as this little tuck spot on the bottom. Cute. And we'll put this page in the middle, maybe like there. And then maybe have those kind of like that and peeking out a little bit. That'd be cute. And I'm just going to do the top so that it can be a peekaboo place. There. Super cute. I like these layered. I think it looks neat. Okay, now let me see. I want one of these to put on the front of the cover, but I don't know which color yet. I love these colors. They're so pretty. And they work so well together. Let's see. Maybe we should have... I might save those for the cover. And maybe one of these cute tags. That one. Here's a plain page. Put one of you on here. I like this color. Let's use it. And I'm just going to put glue on the two short edges, so in case you want to stick something behind it, like with a paper clip, or maybe you've got a, maybe you've got a little pressed flower that can go on there, like through there and peek up at you. That would be cool. So we'll put it down just a little bit, but not too far below, about in the middle of that, so that it goes well with that design. That way your eyes not going woo, it just kind of flows together. Okay, so there's that one. And where to put you on here? Let's find another blank. Do I have another blank page? There it is. Let's use this one. You could also use a glue gun with this paper. That would work really well. It doesn't always have to give dimension. You can just do a really thin layer of it. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. What else have we got? Oh, I want to put that on the cover. And let's put this on the cover. The whole book can be called Summer Vibes. Oh, what do you guys think about that? Or we can put him there. Let's put him down here, and then he can be turned into a cute little tuck spot too. We'll just put glue. Oh, wait a minute. Where is your counter buddy in here? Or we could pop him up and make him a dimensional pocket there. Ooh, what do you guys think of that? I can't tell. Popped up there. Or tuck spot here. You can make this little guy this tuck spot. Or we could just pop them up on there. Too many decisions. Well, that's cute. We'll do that there. And where's the one in the back? Trying to decide which colors I like best. Okay, yeah, we'll do that one there. And that one there. And this one, I'm going to put glue on the top and on the bottom, and you can slide something in after you've written on it. And we might just put a vintage paper clip in there and slide a little piece in. That way you know that that's a spot too. These are cute. I think I might poke the holes in these and put some eyelets in with some little bead bulb pins, and maybe just kind of clip them onto the pockets. And then if you want, you can decide to poke holes in the tabs or something, and maybe put, if you get more printables, if you get the kit from her, that way you can print out more, and then you can have like little 3 little tags hanging off of your dividers, or if you get more dividers, make more dividers. That would be really cute to do. And I will have the link of her everything down below. These would be cute to make a sign. Beach shop food. Maybe I'll, that might be a neat element. I'll figure out how to do that. And then this one, I think I might put that on the cover too. So, okay. Let's put holes in these and put some eyelets in. I'm gonna go ask Mr. Moonfire and Tiny Moonfire what they think. Be right back. Alright, well, they really couldn't decide either, so they said do one way and one the other way. So we really like this little guy popped up underneath his palm tree rainbow. There, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. Look how cute he is. And it just adds a little extra dimension. Alright, and then we'll put this little guy back here, because I think he matches this better than the hibiscus in the front. And we'll put him there. There's a cute little tuck spot. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Okay. Have my crocodile. I've got, ooh, that pinkish color matches pretty well. Let's use that one with that one. Oh, there went my water softener, so it's going to scream at me. So maybe, okay, here we go, before it gets too loud. I actually found these cute little like daisy flower embellishments. And some buttons. And I might put a couple of those somewhere. Just thinking about it, because I know not everybody likes lace on their things and embellishments on their things, but I like to make it at least a little bit special for you. So let me do this little eyelet here first, and then we'll see how it goes. I think that looks pretty cute, and that's not too in the way or distracting from the other designs, I don't believe. And if you don't like it, I will make it so that you can take it off. How about that? Okay, I think this is the last thing I'm going to be able to do right now because I'm going to go make dinner. But let's put this little flower guy on here. Okay, and I'm going to put this pretty black bead that has a white core on it on this guy. And then of course you can always take these off. Don't use them. Put lace on them, put paper clips, whatever you choose on them. Okay, and I think I am actually just going to, maybe I'll clip them together and put them in this guy. There we go. Super cute. Okay, well, I'm gonna go make dinner and then hope maybe I will get to come back down afterwards. So I've got to work tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Till then. Alrighty, it's been a few days again, but I found this cool postcard. I thought with the like bleached out look coloring and the house we're in looks like a haunted house. I thought that would be cute to put a little stamp on. So there's a campfire ghosty. There's a camping ghosty. This one is too big, I think. But I think this guy with the campfire is like campfire ghost stories. So I think that would be really cute there. So I'm just going to stick him on there. And I have a VersaFine Claire in Nocturne. And I have a couple postage stamps and this neat little old antique stamp that I'm going to put on there. I misplaced my stamping pad, so I'm just going to put a pile of papers underneath it. I thought the middle of nowhere cancel stamp was cute, since it's supposed to be a haunted house type deal. I accidentally blurred it, but I think that kind of goes with the theme. Maybe you can't read it so well right now, but that's okay. And that was upside down. Oh well. But there, he's so cute. Just like a little haunted house. Alright, and then those guys can go in a pocket. We were gonna make a do I still want to make a beach sign with these guys? Let me see what I can use. Alright, I found this really I didn't have a black one, but I thought this yellow color looked really cute. with the coloring in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have these go like this on just this one long side here. And then what I'm going to do is just trace around on one of my off prints, misprints, and then just put some lines on the back of it so that if you want to, you can write on it. Okay, and I found my Sakura glaze pen in black. And let's see, I think this would be cute for beach because it's beachy sand colored. Let's do, I think that should be food. And maybe that, let's make this food and this one shops. I think that will be cute. So we'll do, kind of make it like ghostly writing. There. And if you aren't familiar with the glaze pens, what they do is they give, they give a kind of a slightly raised effect because it sits on top of your paper unless it's super absorbent, and it's very shiny, as you can see. And it does take about, I would wait for at least 15-30 seconds before you touch it, otherwise you will smear it, so just be aware of that. By the way, are any of you guys reading any cool books or anything, watching cool shows? I have started reading some, well, that's fine. It looks beachy. It's a beach ball. Why not? Anyway, I have started reading some of those online stories. You know, the ones that take you forever to actually read. Because there's like an obscene amount of chapters in them. But some of them are really good. Some of them are good if you can get past the misspelling or misused or incorrect terminology or word being used. I read so fast that I'll still catch it, but my brain processes it as it's supposed to be. Like this one that I'm reading right now, because I can't really go online right now. It's very irritating and just too much negativity for me. So I am doing that instead, which, I mean, like I said, read very fast, but I tend to read most books in either a day or a night, so I keep reading these and they like never end. So the last 2 nights I've been up till like 4:30, 5 a.m. So yeah, there's that aspect of them. because during the day I'm trying to do housework and these types of projects and such. So, but yeah, and I really like the C dramas and the K dramas and the J dramas and the crazy werewolf stories and the vampires. I haven't really seen any that I thought I might like, so I don't know. But let me know what you guys are doing to try to maybe keep off of crazy stuff that's happening. Everybody wants to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach. I want to go to a real beach, not our... we have a man-made lake that's closest to us, and it's not very nice or fun. And does anyone else... do they let you use floaties? Like the fun little inner tubes and things that you can just... my glue gun shut off. Things that you can just, you know, float on and relax in and things. Do they let you guys use that? Because here, they don't let us use them. We can't use them in the lakes. We can't use them in, like, shoreline areas. We cannot use them in our pools, whether they be public or private pools, which is very irritating because the stores sell them and they look so much fun. Like, I want to, you know, have a giant unicorn to ride on on the waves or just float around in happily and relax, but it's like they don't let us. So I'm like, I guess if you have your... I put that upside down, didn't I? Shoot. I was gonna have that go that way. Well, see what I get for talking? Oh well, anyway. Yeah. So, I guess they just sort of only... if you have your own private pool, like in your backyard or something, then they're okay. But I'm like, why do you guys have so many? No one around. There's like 2 people with a pool in their backyards. So yeah, whatever. And then, you know, some people are neighborly, but the ones with the pools they're stingy. Shh, don't tell anyone I said that. There, that's kind of cute, huh? And then we'll make it a little bit not too tight. That might be a little too loose. Anyway, let's see how that goes. Let's put you back here. Oh, that's cute. Actually, that has a... let's find an empty page. Yeah, let's put it on. Put you on this one. Should we? That's cute. There we go. Alrighty guys, I got some book board. I'm gonna manage to get double-sided in my stash. So I'm gonna put the black towards the inside and the white towards the outside. just because I think it works well with the thin black outlines, and it helps helps ground the designs inside the book. Trim it down on each side to make sure that it is. You see, look at this cut. Oh, good thing I got these for free. And you can see how thick that is, guys. I forget how many points this is, but it's pretty thick and not too flexible at all. So if you need something to cut thicker boards and things, I highly recommend this one. It does have a light under here as well. I don't have any batteries in it right now. That works perfectly for seeing through thinner materials. Like even like this, it's pretty strong. You can see through easily to cut. So, and I don't know why I put that down there, because now I have to cut them for the book cover. I'm a silly goose today, gosh. Okay, well, let's see. Well, that's actually quite a nice height there. So I'm going to, now you can do it a couple ways. You can make it so that it totally goes over the end things, or you can make it in so that these little guys stick out. And I think since it's for someone else, I will, or you know, whoever buys it, I should say, I'm going to make it go over them. Because usually the people that don't mind that they stick out don't mind if they're covered up. And the people that do mind if they stick out, obviously it won't matter because they won't be. So let's see. There's 6 inches. And plus we'll have a spine in there, and then this will give me enough over here to cut out a spine with. So we'll do 6 inches from there, and even though measurements are on all of these cutters, I'd still like to put them on both sides myself so that I know that the top alignment on the cutters isn't warped, or like sometimes if they swing out they have a slight bend to them, which actually puts your project slightly off. Which in the junk journal cases it's not that big of a deal. But when I make custom books and when I make traditional books and case books and things like that, sketchbooks, I don't like things to be off at all. So yeah. there's that. Alright, and I don't want to squash it because then you won't have any room to add anything. So I'm just letting the pages naturally bounce out. And that way there's still room for you to add things in there, but it's also not too big. Alrighty, now to wrap the cover, I thought this silvery white deco paper would be really cool. And then, oops, as I said earlier, I wanted to put this shimmery silvery white tulle stuff over it. Now, I don't know if I want to do one layer or double it up and do two. Might look pretty cool, like give it that ethereal, ghostly look. So I think we shall cut this down a little so it can fit on my desk easier, and then we will wrap the boards. Okay, and I like to start with the spine. Just makes it a little easier to adjust for the sizing for the front and back covers. And I'll decide if I want to make it a hidden spine or sew through this after I get the cover wrapped. Okay, and a good thing to follow is just if you have another piece, you can put it in between there if you want to be completely exact on your spacing. But it needs to be at least as thick as the cover part you're using. So mine is that thick, so that when you fold it, it will fold and not tear. And if you don't have any pieces, you can always just kind of lay it up against it and then let it fall down. Put your finger on the crease here on the fold, and just as you put it down, just kind of hold it with that, and that'll help you to put that there. Or you can take like a ruler if you don't have any extra pieces, and you can always use that as both of your gauges for your bend area. You can use you can use a scraper if you have really thin paper. There's for really thick on that side. And you can use quarters, really anything that you've got on hand, so long as you make it have an opening that's at least as thick as your paper, your board that you're covering. Maybe even go a little thicker than that in case you're wrapping extraordinarily thick paper over top of it. That will also help. What kind of adhesive do you guys like to use? I use a lot of the fabric tack because I like the way it holds, and I have a little bit of time to move it around. And if I over glue, I can wipe it off really easily. It sticks to, like, I don't think I've had it not stick to anything. So there's that. I know a lot of people don't like the smell, but I find it's less stinky than most of them, and I really get a lot of smell headaches, so that's why, again, a lot of times I can't come down here and do things. It very rarely hurts my head though, which makes me happy. But just with the deco paper, like glue stick and the white glues, and definitely the tape runners have issues with them sticking. Like if I use a tape runner on this, I'd just be able to peel it right off. Same with a glue stick. So anyway, I like to make a groove in there. Just helps with bending it, and so it doesn't tear. So that's nice there. Would I like to have this be a back pocket? A back flip out? Or just make it simple? No, I don't like the two pockets together. Yeah, I think we'll just cut that. Oh, also, if you order a book from me, I send ephemera packs with every single book, if I can. And I save like these pieces here, and they will go, even like this piece, it will go in with your in with the book, and even the extra little border napkin, because you can do something really cool with that. And I just thought of something really cool with that, so you'll probably get another one. Anyway. Okay, so there are several different ways for you to do your corners. You can cut them, you can do all kinds of whatever you want with it. One good way is to fold this end, and then you can fold this over and just kind of snip this little interior piece off, and then you'll have a very blunt end. You can fold these two in together, glue them down, and then snip them off, and then kind of just make sure to burnish them and lay them nice and flat. You can, which is probably the way I'm going to do this one, you can just turn this in, flip this up, flip this over, and it actually has that nice wrapped appearance. So, and I'm sure there are others, but those are the main ways that people will do this. There's also that fancy little measuring tool, ruler, miter ruler, that you can find in those little book binding kits. I have never used one. I don't know how good they are. I don't know if they're quicker. It just seems like an extra tool that I personally don't need. But like I said, again, it's my personal preference, and that is up to you whether you like them or not. I have seen people use them and get their cut wrong. So you still see that little sliver in the corner there, which is, I thought, what they were supposed to not have happen. So I don't know if that's their specific gizmo, operator error. They just maybe went too fast. But that is one thing that I absolutely don't like. And I also, all of my books that I make them for, if I'm going to use it, I want it to lay flat. So I always make sure, no matter how they are bound, even the book that I have bound with plastic straws, yes, plastic straws, the flexible plastic straws, that also lays flat, and it's very sturdy, and it's still together after many years. Probably about 15 years, I'd say. And it does get opened all the time, so yay. It's much easier if you pre-score your spine to help it lay down better. Okay, so let's glue. And I do a lot of rubbing with my adhesives because the heat makes it stringy, and the stringiness makes it extra sticky so that it adheres better. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I moved my drink. I don't know about you guys, but I can be quite aggressive in my paper flunking and flipping around. Yeah, so I think I have too many things on my island. I am going to be 50 in a couple months, and for my birthday, I think I'm going to ask for one of those stand-up sit-down desks and to rearrange my crafting studio. So I may not be around for like the entire month of October. I don't know. I'll still do little posts here and there. but if you would like to see little snippets of the craziness that will be, let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to give you guys maybe like weekly updates on what's going on and how we are rearranging. If I decide to get rid of anything, probably put it up for sale, or possibly donate it, maybe do a giveaway. We'll see how things go. So let's see if we can find a piece of sheer black. Oh wait, should we put the sheer silver white on top first? Yeah, and that way, oh, maybe I have enough to go all the way around. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna turn my light off. Yes, definitely 2 layers, and I will try to leave the top layer floaty, because I think that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll do that, and then I'm going to wrap it around the front, just over the silvery gray deco paper, and then I will cut a separate piece and have it tacked down over the top. Alright guys, here's the eyelets in. They do not seem loose or anything at all. They look pretty cool. So, let's stitch in the signatures. Well, I can't find any of my beading needles, so they're simple, they're simple placements, so I'm just going to pull it through with my tweezers. We'll put some glue on the end. We'll wind it up and make it come to a little bit better of a point. Make sure, if you have your cover orientated a specific way, everything is facing the right way, the correct direction. Okay, and then you can tie your knot however you want to. You can loop it over and go through, and then loop it over and go through, so it just basically you've got an up and down going across this way. You can crisscross it and do one in the center. You can just do them all in the center. I kind of like for this one the ghosty vibe, the crisscross and then one down the middle. So I'm not going to cut it until I get all of my signatures in here. I'm also going to give myself some extra length here. Okay. Now, if you wanted to, you could tie it on the inside and go straight down the middle with a separate piece. You can tie it on the outside like that. It's your preference, however you would like it to be. And I think I would like the extra tassel-y bits. So I think I am actually going to pull these tight, and I'm going to have 3 little tassels or strands hanging down at the tops, because I think it adds to the wispy ghostiness. Just make sure that your signatures are all tight up against the spine. So we're going to pull on this one up here, and then we're going to pull tight on this one down here, and we're just going to make a nice knot at the top. If you don't get it quite at the top, don't worry, because it's basically like a loop, so you can always shift it around. Well, I really don't know where I want to cut these, so I'm going to leave these long, and I think if whoever buys it, if you would like to cut them off, you certainly may, because it's obviously yours. I will knot the bottoms though. so that they don't unravel. This way, if you would like a bookmark or a longer tassel, maybe put some beads on it, I will leave that part up to you. Like I said, I'm trying to do this as simply and user-friendly as possible. Try to make it just like a semi-alterable base, so that it can truly be an outlet for your creativity. And I think I have all of those tied. There we go. That way also, I will put some of this extra yarn in with my ephemera kit. Like I said before, I believe I try to put something in every pocket. Sometimes I miss something, but I especially like to put things if I do a hidden pocket book. Those of you that have seen previous ones or have received ones or purchased ones, you probably know what I mean. I still have people that are working in their journals, and they've had them for probably at least almost a year, some over a year, some a couple years, and they're like, I just found this new pocket in here. I have been through this thing like almost daily for almost a year or a couple years, and I never noticed that there was this pocket in there. So if you order it as a surprise, you probably won't find most of the pockets. If you see I do a flip through video for you, that way you can find usually all of the pockets. Sometimes I will keep one or two as a secret surprise for you still, but usually most of the time I'll tell you anyway. So let's see how we want to do the cover. Oh, first we want to put the pockets on the inside. Yeah, those match really nicely there. So we'll do that. Do I want to use glue gun or solvent glue? I think I'm going to use glue gun on this because this middle here is free floating, and I'm worried that the solvent glue won't be as strong of an adhesion with the tulle fabric. So let's turn on the glue gun. I think right there is a really good spot. That way, if you guys want to put something taller in there, it's going to fit better. Wipe off my weird globby there. Let's start with the bottom. Okay, let's see. Maybe we should make the cover simple. What about something like that. And then you guys can maybe put journal or your name there. I do want to put a sparkly thing in the middle of the sunburst. I think would be pretty. Before I put the summer vibes on, I would like to, I want to make the summer puffy, but I don't know if I want to use that on the, well, I'm going to try this on here. We'll see how it does on the photo paper with the ink jet printed on it. I just recently started using an eco tank after a long time of using a laser Xerox printer. So I really loved using the laser printer because it's waterproof and I didn't have to worry about if I used watercolor pencils or inks or things like this on top of it. So I'm hoping it doesn't do anything weird. So we'll see. I shall put that there to dry. And while that's doing that, before we put the rest of these elements on, let me get a nice orange crystal here to put in the middle of our sunshine happiness. It's kind of like a orangey yellow. Okay, so where were you going to go? You were going to go right about there. I'm just going to put ones on the four corners of the tag, or label, whatever you want to call it, and that way in case you want to put something behind it like a belly band or a ribbon or any of that stuff. Do we want you up here? I think that's too much. How about down there? There we go. I like that. Okay. We will let you dry, and then we'll go back and we'll put these little bits of ephemera in there, and then we'll have a flip through. Yay! Yay! Welcome everyone to the flip through, the Summerween Summer Vibes Ghosty Poolside book. This is your ephemera packet with all kinds of surprise goodies in there. It may include offcuts and misprint type things, a couple of those from the actual packaging that I have chopped up for you. And here we go. Like I said before, I did leave these long. You may obviously do what your heart's content with them. You can braid them, you can cut them, you can put beads on them, you can turn the long ones into a bookmark. You can do as I did and wrap it around, whatever you would like. The cover is kept simple. I left this blank so that if you would like to put journal, put your name on there, your town, a vacation spot, whatever you would like. I do like how the dimension came out for the summer lettering there. Okay, so this is our cover. There's the front, there's the opening, There's the back. This is free floating for the most part on here. So if you would like to maybe take some pins and hook those in there, that would also be a fun thing to do. And let's open her up. There's the inside cover. We've got some book plates in there. And as previously stated, this is printed on a satin photo paper. So there are some extra pieces in the ephemera kit. So if you're unsure about your pen or favorite marker or something that you like to write with, please use one of those as a swatch sample paper, so that you're not writing in here and all of a sudden you go, oh, and then everything is smeared. So please do keep that in mind. Vintage, what I thought looked like could be a very good haunted house. And I did a little bit of stamp decor on there for you. We've got a couple tags and a really cool black paper clip. These are Buntil digital printables. This is a design team project for her kit, and I will link her in the description below. I really think these are super fun. I love the pastel type colors. They're bright, but not like super muted or super duper bright either. They're a wonderful in between, so I think they go nicely with a wide variety of different types of papers, and not to mention colors. We've got a little flip up place there, pocket things here. I did leave these open in case you wanted to either remove them, or you've got something long you want to go in there, or that way you can attach them down if you should choose to. I very much wanted this to be a basic bones or base of a journal for you to be creative in, and obviously have tons of writing, tons of drawing space, or tons of space to do collages, sticker journaling, any type that you would like. I really like the little, there's a little beach ball, beach sign on there. I like the giant paper clip. Popped up our little chillin' ghosty there. These are hooked together, but the bulb pins obviously still open, so you can separate them to do whatever you like. I love the little ghosty couple. They're so cute. Little walks on the beach. I wonder what kind of, if ghosties would leave little footprints, or if they would, like little drag marks, or like little sheet marks, like from where their little sheets graze the sand. That would be funny. Another little tuck spot. The cute little stamp, faux stamp that she's done. And there is the last page and the back book cover with another little book plate and some little tags and another little stamp. I hope you guys enjoyed my journal making process and this little flip through. I will be doing this also separately in case people just want to see the finished product and not flip through after a little bit. It will be for sale, so if you are interested, please message me on my Instagram or my TikTok. That would be better than the email. The links should be in there and also down below in the description. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. Thanks very much, everyone. Craft happy. Bye.